Move on to Ukraine now, where some of the fiercest fighting now appears to be concentrated on a city said to be the strategic key to Russia's drive to capture the country's heavily industrialised east. President Putin's military effort is now focused on the Donbass region, where pro-Moscow separatists already controlled many areas. Tonight, there is street-by-street fighting in Severodonetsk, where up to 90% of the buildings and infrastructure are said to have been damaged by relentless bombardment. Our correspondent Dan Rivers travelled to neighbouring Lysychansk.
In the most consequential part of the Donbass battlefield, Ukraine is trying to reinforce increasingly beleaguered troops. The supply route is shelled every day, so the Ukrainians have had to adapt. The drive to Lysychansk means going cross-country through an artillery shooting gallery. And soon you glimpse the consequences of Putin's heavy weapons. Inside a city surrounded on three sides by the Russians, their proximity is evident on every street. A few hardened souls hang on here despite the daily torment of artillery.
The shelling happened right here yesterday. Some police were there. Maybe they were able to escape, or maybe not. But some were buried under the rubble.
We
are living okay, but there is no water, no gas, no electricity. What can you say? We are just surviving.
This isn't quite a siege yet, but people feel besieged without the basics of life. The Russians are advancing towards them and flattening homes at random during artillery duels, which makes survival a question of luck. I find Valentina Kopaneva clinging on in her house, praying God will spare her the fate of her neighbour who was killed. There are only 8 people left on her street.
How are you?
She says the best, better than anyone else. With all this music...
You got Russian music, special Russian music?
Yes, yes, she says, every single day and night. She's referring to the daily rhythm of small arms fire and explosions which echo through Lysychansk and its twin city across the valley. Over here is the city of Severodonetsk, which is now half occupied by the Russians. You can see where the battle is raging and smoke filling the entire valley here. And you just got to wonder how long that they can hold on, the Ukrainians there, before finally the Russians come up to the river. Today, Russian state TV released footage it claims is inside Severodonetsk, showing its soldiers recovering what appears to be a Western-supplied anti-tank weapon. These images will be difficult to stomach for the authorities in Kyiv, who are watching Russians slowly gaining ground and removing all trace of the Ukrainian state. The Russian advance is forcing some families to leave neighbouring Lysychansk. A few bags and a cherished companion, Ukraine's modern-day evacuees, are dispatched with a prayer for safe deliverance.
I have only one grandson. I don't know if we will get out safely. I told him a long time ago to leave, but he refused.
On the edge of town, the police show me how the bodies are arriving faster than they can bury them. 175 individuals interred without a funeral or headstone. Some cut down by Russian shelling, some from natural causes, but all denied the dignity and death they deserve by a war which appears ever closer to overwhelming this city. Dan Rivers, ITV News, Lysychansk.
A French journalist has been killed after he was hit by shrapnel while reporting on the outskirts of Severodonetsk. Frederick Leclerc-Inhofe was covering the war for 24-hour news channel BFM TV when the armoured vehicle he was travelling in was struck. President Macron said he shared the pain of his family, relatives and colleagues.